Hey, my wonderful Cancer placements. Christina here, Ginger Mama. Thank you for joining me today. We have your extended June Tarotscopes. I did these last year, and then this year I stopped. I had a lot of things going on with work, but so many people asked me to bring them back, so I'm happy to be back. I plan to do these monthly as I did before. The goal of this is for you to check out your sun, possibly your moon or your rising, or maybe other people you know with certain placements, to kind of just have an idea of where you are on your spiritual journey, okay? We touch on where spirit wants your energy when it comes to your personal journey. Yes, other people are impacted by that, such as love or coworkers. However, the focus is on you. So I welcome you into this space if you choose to be here. Thank you. But we're going to dive into it, okay? We got a lot going on, Cancers. When I was thinking of this for you and like channeling for you, there were a few things coming in. One was like, it's almost like someone sitting back, like with like a smoothie. I'm picturing like the little, or like a maybe a margarita or a cocktail, but it feels more like a smoothie drink, like the little umbrella. Maybe if you're thinking of vacation, but it also feels like a whiteboard with like all these different color markers. And it's like spirits like pick up the marker, start writing down all your ideas. Do this. What's your dream board? Go. It's like you know you can do anything. Like there's a piece of you that kind of knows, I think I can manifest this. But like you're not just doing it. You're just in this relaxed vibe of like, yeah, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Spirit, no, no, no. Universe ain't messing with you, Cancers, okay? You're ready for this step, especially maybe with career. It feels like love, maybe you've been in that energy for a while. It's not to say love doesn't matter, but it's saying love is not the primary focus. Right now, Spirit's asking, what are you manifesting, okay? Because when we manifest, it's three things. It's thinking about it, it's feeling what it would feel like to attain it, and then it's taking the action. And it kind of feels like you're struggling a bit with implementing the action, which I understand. You're a cardinal sign placement. I myself am in Aries, which is also cardinal energy. A lot of times you can have a lot of creative ideas, but it can be difficult to tangibly anchor them into consistency and work. And so really focus on that this month. It feels like that's kind of front and center. We kick off the month on June 3rd with a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, which should give you some of this spark, okay? Sagittarius, by the way, is about travel. Again, maybe travel's on the board for you. Let's pull a few cards on that. Yeah, I would be mindful of that, okay? There's something shady about that 212 on my clock as I say that, 212. I'm telling you, to get the card with the numbers, be very careful, especially if you're investing too much financially on a trip. It feels like you're already tapped in with some magical energy. So be careful of the other energies you're intaking or what you're doing. Yeah, this could be a repeated past cycle, or this feeling of still needing more knowledge or information. And there's no victory there. Spirit's like, you're ready for this next step. Stop avoiding this, especially when it comes to work. June 5th, we also have Venus entering Leo, which can increase romance, affection, but even better, creative endeavors and insight. Okay, and so really pay attention to how you're feeling in this. If there are past things you need to walk away from, now's the time. If love still is front and center of the mind, we need to clear this out in the beginning of the month, plain and simple. Full moon energy is when we release, okay? So whether this is energetically for you, you're still clearing out a past energy, or this is something where you have someone in your current reality and you're struggling, whatever that is. They're not committing, they're not communicating, you feel like you can't, whatever this is, even though you freaking love them. The Three of Swords reversed in the Tower. You got to walk through that energy, you guys. Because especially with Venus and Leo on the 5th, if it ain't love, if it's not working, if these are repeated past cycles and you see it that way, you need to clear this out and go forward. Walk through that dark night of the soul, okay? And this coincides beautifully with the astrology, by the way. I know you're like, that doesn't sound nice. I promise you, if you can detach from this piece right now, it's gonna get better for you, okay? But on the 10th, we have the last quarter moon in the sign of Pisces. So this can be significant endings. This can also be dealing with internal subconscious reflection and work. For many of you, you might be having more dreams, maybe some darker dreams even, or dreams pertaining to subconscious fears around romantic connections, or possibly dreams kind of showing you what might be going on. If you have a dream that someone won't communicate or commit to you, maybe test it. Maybe reach out. If you really do want commitment with that person or communication, ask for it. If they're not providing you with that or not being clear, are they with other people, like, etc., then that's your cue to go, guys. That's your cue. It's not for you. I know you're a lover, Cancer. You really are. In that Ace of Cups, it's like you're balancing out your emotions, but Spirit wants you to like give the emotions to the higher realms, right? And then trust that co-creation that you can make tangibly to help aid others, right? Yeah, it's like you're accepting the bare minimum and you're uncomfortable in this and you know it. I don't know how, who are you with, guys? It's like you're letting this person run over you, death here, and you keep forgiving them. The Hermit reversed. It's like I don't think this is within flow state here. It's like you're afraid to go inward. I mean, this feels like a lot of codependency, a lot of fear of being alone or left behind. The Lovers reversed with the Ten of Swords peeking out. It's toxic, guys. It's a repeated cycle. And so that's up to you how many times you want to do that, because we all repeat cycles, whether it's work or love, until we learn the lesson and then we let it go. And so for some of you, the first couple of weeks here are going to really highlight energetically, in person, etc., who you are, who you want to be, and who this other person is or people around you, okay? You need to purge any toxic connections right now. If you desire commitment and someone else cannot commit, it's not going to work out, okay? Ask yourself, are you really okay with the way things are going? Do you really feel safety within that? Commitment is a boundary, everybody. Some people choose not to hold that as one of their boundaries, right? They want an open dynamic. That's okay if that's really what makes you feel safe. But if you don't feel safe in this, or you feel like someone's in and out or toying with you, then you need to get clear here, okay? Because commitment is a boundary, all right? And by the way, this also coincides with the energy we have occurring right now. Yeah, that Queen of Swords. Cancer's Queen of Swords this shit, okay? Like, seriously. Set the boundaries. What am I talking about? Speak the truth, okay? You're not too much. You're not being too aggressive. You're not being too mean. Like, especially if this person's been around for a while. You tell the truth there, okay? And understand what's occurring too is Pluto was in Capricorn since like 2008. I believe it was around then. 2006, maybe 2008. For a long time in the sign of Capricorn. It moved this past March into the sign of Aquarius, but it retrogrades again on June 10th back into Capricorn for a little bit before it will ultimately station in Aquarius for like the next 20 some years. Like, it's a while, guys. This is a big transit collectively, So this is a really great time to finalize projects, finalize relationships, get very clear. What do you want to take into your future? What do you not? Okay. The choices you are making right now will be reflected next year. Big time, especially in relationships for you Cancers, okay? Really ask yourself, how am I going to feel if I wake up in the exact same energy 6 months from now, 9 months from now? Really ask yourself that, because it's completely in your hands, all right? Spirit's trying to co-create with you and guide you here. And so right now that Capricorn energy is going to really ask where you stand. Do you want commitment? What does commitment look like to you? What are boundaries for you, okay? On June 17th, we have a Saturn retrograde beginning in the sign of Pisces. And Pisces energy is beautiful. It's spiritually driven. It's kind of head in the clouds here. But this can feel like you're feeling a little restricted creatively. So again, earlier in the month, I want you to picture that whiteboard, that journal, whatever it is for you. Write out all these cool ideas, everything you've ever thought you could do if nothing was impossible. And I know you're sitting there like, but I'm this old or that or whatever restrictions. Stop. I want you to just write it all out as if you could, okay? Because guess what? You can. I know. You're like, no, you can't. Yeah, you can. Hold on. Write it all out, right? And then what you want to do is you want to pause for a minute, and then you want to look back at this throughout the month, okay? Ask yourself, okay, which one would I really want to do? What would be the restrictions, okay? On the 17th, you're going to have some of that energy. You're maybe looking at these ideas, and you're like, but Spirit, I know, you're showing me as I cut out the relationship shit and I focus on this, you're showing me I can have this, right? I can have this direct thing with you. I can make this happen. However, there are real, tangible, potential restrictions to this on Earth, right? And Spirit's going to help guide you through this, but you might be feeling a little stuck. you're also gonna be stuck in that creative energy flow if you're still in the wrong relationship. Okay, I know people, it's so hard, but this just feels like, and when we say lovers, if it's not a romantic partner, it could be a friend or a family member, but this does feel more tied to your romantic relationships, everyone. Really double checking here. Is this really what I want? And by the way, if it is, like, because it could be blocking your intuition, right? Like that high priestess reverse, which is Cancer energy, by the way. Your intuition feels fuzzy. Yes, because of the astrology, but also because of the lack of clarity you're receiving. Okay, so we're tapping in with these vibes, all right? We're tapping in with these vibes because that is going to ask you, Saturn's going to come into the mix in this retrograde to help you release karma, to help you release karmic cycles, to help you release things not meant for you. And I know we want to hold on to the past, and that's okay if you decide to do that. But understand that it could block some of these other financial endeavors for you and stall it out longer, the longer you hold on to what's not meant for you, okay? You got to surrender this. If it's meant to circle around in another time, okay. But for right now, this feels like you, Cancer, you taking the lead. June 18th, we have a new moon in the sign of Gemini, which I love. This is all about communication. A lot of talking, a lot of ideas. Again, a great time to look at that list again and then start to choose. Okay, that big board I made, where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? What do I want to pick to do first? And I'm just going to start taking the steps. It's like riding a bike. I might fall off for a minute, but I'm going to keep going and keep going. You got this. There it is, 10 of Pentacles. I'm telling you right now, these ideas you formed at the beginning of the month. As I say that, sorry. Like maybe you're just like, oh, I'm out of breath. This was a long month, Christina. I promise you, you're going to see this begin to anchor, okay? Especially as we exit the month. If you're putting in the work, you did the relationship piece, you're now getting clear on what you want to do financially. This is a great idea. But you've got to be confident in this and this mid-month shift where you're going to see what's really possible. I feel like a lot of that 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 energy might be significant for you. You might start seeing shifts in your number sequences where you're like, oh my gosh, countdown's on, 4, 5, 6, things like that. Like, yeah, because it's coming. As long as you're taking the action, thinking, feeling, doing, okay, doing. So yeah, there's a lot of new ideas. This is also grounded and anchored in our masculine energy on the 18th, okay? So masculine energy is the workhorse, okay? It's moving, it's grounding, it's staying logical, staying anchored, staying out of the emotions a little bit. It's not that you don't have emotions, Cancer, because I know you do. I love you. I got a lot of emotions too. I have Scorpio moon. I am not hating, okay? But my point is we're taking the emotions, we're balancing them, and we're focused on this logical energy, okay? As other energies cycle through other periods, okay? It's all interconnected. It's a beautiful blending here. And you need to focus on your piece of the puzzle right now. I know you might feel wounded, you might feel a little defensive, a little frustrated from whatever the heck's gone on in the past. You kind of just want to hide out, run down energy. That's how you're going to feel if you're not grounding in that masculine energy and moving. Okay, whatever this is, moving, doing work around the house, doing work tangibly, spiritual work, career. I mean, you've got to be doing something to protect your energy in that flow state with spirit. I just feel like this muscle of you learning flow state is going to strengthen so much for you this month, Cancers. Like literally a 30-day span, you're going to be like, wow, I made such progress this month if you're doing the work, especially the relationship piece earlier in the month, okay? So yeah, the 21st, by the way, happy birthday, Cancers. We hit Cancer season beginning. So that emotional support is coming in for you. So you might find that you're getting emotional support from the universe, from others, but it's not in a codependent way, okay? This is not in a codependent way. This is in a really beautiful, divinely guided way. And for those of you, if it is love, like, you know, you're going to have it from there. But for many of you, it's a breakup, guys. There's not victory. It's not just, there could be a legal issue involved. It's not committed. And it's like, you might struggle. And I also want to point out that you could also be feeling wounded because you have these new ideas and you're ready to go and you know it's your destiny. But somebody's like, that's not traditional. That's not going to work. You're not going to have victory. Well, you know what? Just ignore the haters. The sun, you're shining bright. All right, Cancers, you got this. And I feel like you're going to be more stable in this energy as we close out Leo season. So mid to end of August time frame. Whatever you're working on this month, I'm telling you, the next few months are very significant for you, okay? Very significant for you. So the 26th, we have the first quarter moon in the sign of Libra. Again, relationships feel very delicate, okay? So any conversations that were had earlier, any of that boundary setting, any of those difficult conversations, whether you're coming back together in some way or you're breaking up and having to have conversations about living arrangements, legal issues, whatever it might be, it's a very delicate time. Tread lightly, okay? Calmly, calmly. Balanced emotions here, okay? The 30th, we have Neptune retrograde beginning also in the sign of Pisces. All right, fellow water sign of yours, guys, this is really significant for you this month. This could be difficult to focus, difficult to tap in with your intuition. It's like you know you're doing the right thing, but then you're second guessing yourself. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. This is not the time. I know you might feel run down and shy, but right now you know you're focused on you, that 9 of Cups. You know you're filling up your cups. You know your wishes are being fulfilled in some way, okay? So really tap in with that. You have this strength here. Look at that. Again, Leo energy here. Very significant for you. Some of you might have like fire signs. Yeah, that King of Wands too. Fire signs coming into your experience. Whether they're like too much or they're like vibing with you, it just feels like fire sign energy is going to be very significant for you. Okay, 16 on the clock as I say that. Aries, Leo, Sag, whether that's a friendship, a romantic partnership, a family member, be on the lookout with that if there's a little bit of emotional tension there. Really holding your peace, holding your zen, holding your frequency, okay? Yeah, there could be a tower moment around this. Somebody be getting angry, okay, or lustful. All right, slow down, reevaluate, Taurus, reevaluate. And you better reevaluate that too. If there's anything coming up within you where it's like a repeated cycle of like lust or connections that don't serve you. Like, it's like having sex is not wrong, right? But if you're always having sex quickly and it never grounds into a relationship that you ultimately desire, then the control is within your hands completely, right? And that's always a hard thing to look at. Like, no, it's my fault. You know, I got to be careful here. So be really, really mindful of that, okay? Slow down, reflect, all right? I think this is going to be good for you. This is going to be good for you. I think there's going to be a lot of up and downs, a little uncomfortable this month. Flow with that. Flow with that. Also, I feel like the energy of clearing space. This could even be, I know some people absolutely use, you know, sage or incense. Those are great ideas. You can also use pine. I love to take some pine from outside and wrap it up and burn a little bit of that. But clearing space, setting intention feels significant for you. Again, that fire energy too. Maybe sitting around a bonfire or lighting a candle. Anything that's bringing up anger, insecurity, a past relationship, write a letter, burn it, be like, I'm done with that. I'm done with that, okay? You're going to be celebrating, but I'm telling you, let go. That 3 of Cups reversed. Let go of the toxic friends, family, and lovers right now. Especially if they're doubting your awesome new ideas. They ain't for you. They ain't for you, Cancer. You got this, okay? Let those crab claws come out a little bit. Just no. Don't let them pull you back down, okay? Don't let them pull you back down. You got this. So I love you guys. Link in bio if you guys would like to book a personal reading or check out more information. I have blogs on my website. I also have podcasts. More of those will be uploaded later this month that I have been interviewed on. And I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, so you can find me there. Facebook will not be up till middle of the month, but yeah, it's Ginger Mama with the 3 A's. I love you guys. See you next month, Cancers, and again, happy birthday.